Alright, my fellow YouTubians, this is Aeon Games, here to review a older game more so, because I feel like I owe it to myself and to my audience, whatever view of you it may be, to perhaps review games, of an older sort, because right now all I've done is the next gen PS3 games, and I feel like I'm not just some run of the mill gamer, I've got my gaming goes way back before the ages of PlayStation 3 and into the lineage of PlayStation 2. One of those games that my gaming took me was the game called Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It's pretty cool. This one has stickers laden upon it, greatly laden upon it. It's not my game. It's a friend of mine who's let me borrow it for like a year. One of those, yeah, I'll let you borrow it, and I basically almost own it. Not like I'm like eluding him or anything. One of those things. Yeah, it's like when you have an Xbox and a PS3, like he has the Xbox, I have the PS3. It's kind of like, not to say that this game wasn't bad, obviously, because I'm reviewing it basically, but I mean, there are a lot of other really good games on the PS3 that we've just kind of been preoccupied, I guess. But when I came home during one of my breaks and I didn't have my PS3 with me, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I had the PS2, still had this game, popped it in, had myself a nostalgically good time, I mean, this game's pretty legit. I mean, yeah, is it, insanely, repetitive and, simple-mindedly, the controls are simple? Yeah, okay, yeah, there's a lot of repetition where you don't have to, like, do combos and stuff. But something, it helps. When you're crowded with a bunch of, like, enemies, and and when you're throwing your weapon, and it just does, you can only throw at one enemy. It helps to do your combo thing, and you do I don't know, each character has a different move, but you can do like a melee combo, and it gets them all over, gets them away from you. I mean, it helps. So I mean, there's lots of it's like a game, like they say, it's easy to learn. And it's not even that difficult to master. I mean, it's not like there's this guy, you can do this special move, and it's like, it's an easy game to learn how to play, basically. I don't know. It almost reminds me of some sort of like a Warcraft type thing, Lord of the Rings, because you're like in Middle Earth type area, and you've got the story's basic, you got Garm, this evil wizard, he resurrects Scorn, this demon thing, and it kills him, supposedly, basically, and then your job is to defeat Scorn, but Scorn, kind of like causes all the land to become evil, except Sumner's Tower, the one who, I guess, kind of searches you out, the character that you play as, and like you can play as a lot of characters. You got your warrior, your dwarf, your jester, your wizard, your archer, your knight, your Valkyrie. I think that's what. I mean, there's a whole lot of and each one has like a different weapon and like stat. Like each type, like the elf can shoot faster, but it has lots less health and stuff, and strength and stuff like that. And I mean, there's lots of it really attests to to what your play style is. It's like if you don't like, if you like to be the brawler, you can play as the warrior or the dwarf, and then you can if during in the course of the game you can find the secret characters that if you collect all the coins in this little mini game in which you have to play in each realm has a secret character that you can get, and then you get it and you've unlocked a secret character. As Sumner likes to give commentary throughout the game. He's like kind of like Gandalf almost, because he's like this really powerful wizard. I don't and he allows you to go through the portals to enter into the other worlds and stuff. So he's kind of like your main helper dude. I still feel like he doesn't do anything. I mean, he's doing something. He's doing something. And then you go. I mean, it's just fun because there's loads of enemies. It's not like, you face one enemy. It's not like Final Fantasy where you just face like three. No, you got like hordes of enemies coming at you, and you're throwing your weapon. And sometimes it kind of seems like where you got all these like axes, and especially when you level up further, it seems even more ridiculous when you're throwing these like really crazy axes. It's like you're just throwing loads of them. It's like it doesn't make any sense, but who cares? Maybe Sumner made a spell on that you can throw your. I don't know. All I care about is it's cool because it's like especially when you're the war, you're throwing like a tomahawk type deal going on, and yes, no, I'm doing a video. Dad, go, leave.
Oh. Wow.
You ruined it, Dad.
Okay,
Okay. And we're back. Where was I? Sorry about that. Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna have to. I'm not. Maybe I'll fix it or something if I learn how to. I'm not sure. Anyways, this is a Gauntlet Dark Legacy review. Let's see. And there's like a lot. There's like 9 levels that you will about 10 levels. Not 10 levels, 10 worlds, and each one has about 5 levels in them. And then you have the boss, and including the boss, which the bosses are pretty cool because like you can face them just straight up, or you can wait and go to another realm that has like a legendary weapon that you can use to help you defeat that boss. Like the dragon to make it easier to defeat him, you can use the ice axe, and it greatly helps. It basically just like takes out part of a quarter of their health. Which, that's a quarter you don't have to do, because those bosses, man, they can mess you up. That block comes in handy, trust me. That block sometimes can be a bit, I don't know, I wish they would have worked on the block responsiveness, because sometimes it's like, I push the block button, and it doesn't do anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, what a waste. It especially becomes a pain when you're facing the guardians. They're not the bosses, they're like, basically, like, you have, like, in the first realm, you have, in the first, like, part, because there's, like, 3 parts, and you have to defeat the Guardians to get these, like, golden, like, fangs or stuff from them. Like, you have to defeat the, like, the Vulture Guardian, and it's, like, it's basically, like, each one is a griffin, almost, in a way. And they can be sometimes a pain, because they'll shoot something at you, and you push the block, and you don't block, and it's, like, but I mean, and you can have up to 4 people playing at one time, and that's always really cool because it's like a cool party game. I mean, but it kind of stinks because like if somebody chooses a jester, they're always just gonna be like always on this like at the edge of the screen and waiting for everybody, and it's annoying. But it's a teamwork game. If you got some guy going around killing everybody and not letting everybody else like have a time like do anything, then it's like, okay, you gotta play with people who aren't jerks. I can't tell you how much. Oh, I played this one guy, man. Oh man, he was not a team player. But I mean, it's still fun. Like the music is cool. I like the music. It feels very Lord of the Ringsy almost. I mean, the enemies are pretty cool. It just everything a lot. Mostly, I mean, I'd give it like an A minus probably. I mean, the graphics they weren't like the best, PS2 out of PS2's graphics, but it's a fun enough game. I mean, I wouldn't say buy it because it's like an old PS2 game, and it would probably be difficult for you to buy. I mean, if you have it or a friend has it, or you really do want to just get it for nostalgic reasons, go ahead and get it. I mean, it costs $15 right here, and I think he bought it a pretty long time ago. So if you can find it, it'll probably be wicked cheap, especially how cheap PS2 games are going down fast. So if you got like a PS2 and you're getting games, it'd be a game to definitely put into your inventory. Well, it's that time again. I'm gonna sign off. See See you around.